when you were the first ever head of state that I met to speak. We hit it off immediately, with much laughter, over an English afternoon tea, and of course, shoulder cakes.
우크라이나 대통령 블라디미르 젤렌스키가 비밀리에 유럽 의회 방문차 일정 중에 기습적으로 영국 의회를 방문하여 영국 의회 앞에서 연설하는 장면입니다. 지금 젤렌스키가 의자에 앉아있고 지금 젤렌스키를 의장단이 소개하고 있습니다.
The atmosphere was electrifying. You could hear a pin drop before you came online. A very, very rare thing in the House of Commons. You spelled out the horrors of the first 13 days. Your speech was devastating and powerful. Today, on the 8th of February, 2023, now deep into the war, we are honoured that you have put yourself at risk to address us and again shine a light on the fact your country is still fighting for its survival. This hall has been the place of many great historical events. Your presence here today adds another to them. The war,
젤렌스키가
you know better than any of us, has lasted.
의장단 앞에서 연설하기 전
As you told us last year,
의장단이
this is a war Ukraine did not start and did not win.
앞서 소개하는 장면입니다.
You've had to fight, and our commitment to support you and your people has not wavered. I was considering
젤렌스키가
what could be said
약
at this important
1년여
occasion.
동안
I thought back to the
목숨을
1990s. Then we
헌신적으로
hoped that all countries
우크라이나
that emerged from
국민들과
the former Soviet
지금까지
Union could secure freedom.
성공적으로 러시아를 대항하여
There was a moment of hope over that time,
싸워왔다는
and we knew
것을
it would be a long time
고무적으로
that each country would choose its own destiny.
여기고
It is a tragedy
지지하는
that
발언을
Ukraine's efforts to bring freedom and prosperity to its
의장단에서
people
먼저
has been met with war and death.
소개하는
Last year,
장면입니다.
building on our friendship, I welcome your wife, Madame Zelensky, to Parliament to open deliberately a provocative exhibition. I wanted to ensure the experience of your people is kept at the forefront of our minds. I do not believe any of us in this room were complacent about the reality of conflict, but those displays shocked us. The images stayed with us. They brought home the horrors of war. Horrors inflicted on your people, fighters, civilians alike. Horrors which cannot be avoided or denied.
지금
I
시간
applaud Ukraine's refusal
한국
to get
시간으로
what is you and your people are fighting for.
2023년 2월
In the
8일
words of the Ukrainian Eurovision winners,
11시 5분을 가리키고 있습니다.
they said, I always find my way home, even if all roads are destroyed. Fighting for a country is not simply fighting for territory. It is a fight for home and for an ideal. The endurance of the people. The people of
우크라이나를 위해
Ukraine
싸울
honors
뿐만
those
아니라
ideals. Their
유럽
refusal
전체의
to
안전을
allow
위해서
war to destroy the humanity honors their ideals.
영국의 안전을
Quite rightly,
전 세계의 안전을 위해서
Ukrainians have become big
싸웠음을
over the 13 days.
의장단이
You have become even
말하고
bigger
있습니다.
in your determination, not just to fight for your country, but to stand by the ideals you are fighting for. We will not give up on those ideals. We'll continue to support you against that Russian aggression.
영국 의회와
And I
영국은
pledge here today,
지속적으로
all of you, do all I
젤렌스키와
can to keep the plight of Ukraine in
우크라이나를
the spotlight.
지지하고
Later
지원할
this year,
것을
the UK and Ukraine
말하고
will be
있습니다.
united in music, but we
우크라이나와
will always be united in our unwavering belief
UK는
in the power
지속적으로
of democracy.
협력하고
Slava Ukraina. Mr. President,
우크라이나를
please.
지원할 겁니다. 이제 젤렌스키가 나오고 있습니다. 아주 우리와 같은 박수 속에 젤렌스키가 나왔습니다.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The people of the United Kingdom and their honorable representatives, all the people of England and Scotland, of Wales and Northern Ireland, of all the
UK
lands
모든
which have
연합
been home to brave
나라들과
souls since Europe
모든
came
국민에게
into
감사를 드립니다.
existence. I have come here and stand before you on behalf of the brave, on behalf of our warriors who are now in
우리
the trenches under
용감하고
enemy artillery fire, on
존경스러운
behalf of our
우크라이나
air
국민들을
gunners and every defender
대표하여
of the sky who
눈앞에 제가
protects Ukraine
왔습니다.
against enemy aircrafts and missiles.
항공기와
On behalf of
미사일로
our 10th command who fight to
공격하는
restore our Ukrainian borders. On
러시아를
behalf of our
대항하여 열심히
conscripts who are
우크라이나가
being
싸우고
trained
있습니다.
now,
우크라이나
including here
네.
in Britain. Thank you, Britain.
국경에서 싸우고 있습니다. 자유를 위해 싸우고 있습니다. 박수가 터지고 있습니다.
And who will be then deployed to the front line, skilled, equipped, and eager to win. On behalf of
승리하기 위해
every father
최전선에서 누가 싸울
and
것입니다.
every mother who are waiting for their brave sons and brave daughters
모든
back home
어머니들이
from the war.
최전선에서 싸우는
Mr. Speaker,
그들의 아들들을 기다리며
you may, I think, well remember as
지지하고
roughly more
기도하고 있습니다.
than 2 years ago, we met with you here in Parliament. Great honor was for me, and I remember we enjoyed tea. We talked, of course. We talked a lot about our people and about our countries, about the British and Ukrainian political traditions. Mr. Prime Minister Rishi, when we had our meeting earlier today, and I said to you that I will tell a story in my address to the Parliament, and a story about my
영국
feelings
총리와 또
on my first visit to London
회담을 갖고
as President in autumn 2020. The program was packed. Royal Highnesses William and Catherine and Buckingham Palace and aircraft carrier of the Royal Navy, the Westminster, of course, Downing Street, and of course, the war rooms. And there
국무총리와
is
또
an armchair in the war room.
영국 왕실에도
The
감사를
famous
드립니다.
Churchill's armchair, and a guide smiled and offered me to sit down on this armchair from which war orders had been given. And he asked me, how did I feel? And I said that I certainly felt something. But it is only now that I know what the feeling was. And all Ukrainians know it perfectly well too. It is the feeling of how bravery takes you through the most unimaginable hardships to finally reward you with victory.
우리 우크라이나 국민들은 궁극적으로 승리할 것을 믿습니다. 박수가 터지고 있습니다.
Ladies and gentlemen,
신사 여러분,
ladies and gentlemen, I
신사
thank
승려
you
여러분,
for your bravery. Thank you very much from all of us. Yes, please. That is for you. All applause for you. London has stood with Kiev since day one. From the first seconds and minutes of the full-scale war, Great Britain, you extended your helping hand when the world had not yet come to understand how to react. Boris, you got others united when it seemed absolutely impossible. Thank you. You, all of you all showed your grit and character back then. Strong British character. You didn't compromise Ukraine.
여러분은 참으로 강한
And
영국의
hence you didn't
특질을 가지고
compromise
계십니다.
your ideals. And thus you didn't compromise the spirit of these great islands. Thank you very much.
여러분은 불의의 세력과 타협하지 않았습니다.
And of course, everybody understands that our countries knew absolutely different times. Our nations defended freedom in the Second World War. The Iron Curtain divided us. Our people went through crisis and growth, through inflation
2차 대전,
and periods of
2차
social
대전이
losses and social
철의
gains.
장막으로
It was
우리가
tough, but we always
분리되었습니다.
found strength and stamina to move ahead and achieve results. This is the bedrock of our land and your traditions. Ukrainians and Brits defeated the fear of war and had the time to enjoy peace. No matter what we encountered on different stages of our and your formidable history, and you and us and the whole mankind achieved similar result. Evil lost. Evil lost. We will always come out on top of evil. This lies at the core of our, but also your traditions. However, the horizon never stays clear for a while. Once the old evil is defeated, the new one is attempting to rise its head. Do you have a feeling that the evil will crumble once again? I can see in your eyes now we think the same way as you do. We know freedom will win.
우리는 자유가 이긴다는 것을 알고 있습니다.
We know Russia will lose.
우리는 러시아가 패배할 것을 알고
And
있습니다.
we really know the victory will change the world. And this will be a change that the world has long needed.
승리가 전쟁을 바꿀 것입니다.
The United Kingdom is marching with us towards the most important victory of our lifetime. It will be a victory over the very idea of the war. After we win together, any aggressor, it doesn't matter, big or small, will know what awaits him if he attacks international order. Any aggressor who will try to push the boundaries by force, who will inflict destruction and death on other peoples, who will try to endure his dictatorship at the expense of other people's blood in criminal and unprovoked wars, as the Kremlin does. Any aggressor is going to lose.
모든 침략자들은 패배할 것이고 UK는 우크라이나와 함께 승리를 향하여 전진하고 있습니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have already achieved remarkable results, and we must make every effort to turn our achievements into the foundations of the future global security architecture. The world needs your leadership, Britain, just as it needs Ukrainian bravery.
전쟁에는 지더라고 또 우크라이나의 용감함이
When the
필요합니다.
full-scale invasion began, we together with you, Britain, and United States and other allies formed a true coalition of friends. That's very important.
우리는
You
미국,
were among those
UK 등
very
모든
few who had helped
우방
before the large-scale
연합국들과
invasion
함께
began. Exactly
전진하고 있습니다.
as it will be necessary every time in the future to prevent aggression from happening. Your help was preventive. We must take these principles of preventive aid to those who are threatened with aggression and
여러분의
preventive sanctions against those who threaten
지지와
aggression as
지원으로
basic principles
우리는
of the world anti-war policy. We created a coalition of NLAW. Thank you.
전쟁의 승리를
Of
향해
NLAW and Javelin that stopped
가고
the
있습니다.
advance of the Russian army from the first day of the invasion. We built the coalition of artillery rounds and a coalition of air defense which allow us to save the lives of our children, of our people, of our civilians, our women, our elderly, and our cities from Russian atrocious occupation and missile terror. We put together a powerful sanction coalition. And your leadership is protecting international legal order through sanctions against a terrorist state cannot be questioned. And we have to steadily continue along this way until Russia is deprived of any possibility to finance the war. Most importantly,
우리는
together with the
재정적으로나
G7, we
무역이라든가
brought about the
다방면으로
coalition of
러시아에 대한
values.
제재를 하고 있습니다. 서방 지정은 러시아에 대해서
A coalition that will work in such a way
그들의
that
불법적인
over
침략에
time
맞서서
there will simply be no gray areas in the world in which human life doesn't matter. In order for it to be so, there must be justice. Anyone who invests in terror must be held accountable.
우리에게
Anyone who invests
맞설
in
수 있는
violence must
에너지는
compensate
정의입니다.
those who have
정의입니다.
suffered from terror.
테러를 맞서는 것도 정의입니다.
Terror, aggression, or other forms of state violence.
테러와 침략에
Our
맞서는
proposals for
것은
the creation of a
정의입니다.
special tribunal for the crime of Russian aggression against Ukraine and special compensation mechanism which will compensate war losses at the expense of Russian assets are based on such principles. Justice is one of 10 elements of the peace formula proposed by Ukraine and supported by Britain. I thank you for your readiness to invoke the formula. Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you very much.
국무총리 고맙습니다.
As I already mentioned, Ukrainian soldiers are being trained in Britain, in particular to operate Challengers, your main battle tanks, and it's a tank coalition in action. And I thank you Thank you, Rishi. Thank you very much for this powerful defensive step for tank assistance.
모든
Thank you. The coalition of long-range missiles is the latest of all.
국방
It will allow us to make the evil
위원들, 국방 관계자들에게도 감사를 드립니다.
completely retreat from our country by destroying its headways deep in the occupied territories. And it's not just, I'm not speaking just about weapons. We prove together that the world truly helps those who are brave in defending freedom and thus
자유를 수호하기 위하여
paves the way for a new history. A history of the world,
우리는 싸우고
history
있습니다.
of the world.
여러분도 싸웠습니다.
How to be quick in help, who knows how to be effective in defense, who knows how to remain principled in dark hours,
이 어둠의 시간에
who implements
어떻게
its
효율적으로 우리가
treaties and
대처하고 싸울 것인가.
arrangements in good faith, who does not allow perpetrators to enjoy immunity, who knows how to overcome
인권을
veto
누리고
when it's abused, who knows no fear and who knows how to win. This shall be the new reality
어떻게 인권을
of the
누릴 수가
free
있습니까?
world, I'm sure. However, evil is still around today, and the battle continues. Yes, we know how it's going to end and how we are going to feel on the day victory comes. Every day we continue to pay with lives, pain and tears of bringing
고통과 눈물과
victory closer with the lives of our people, our heroes, whom we
우리의 영웅들,
lose in battles, with the lives of our heroes who take life
우리 영웅들의
and death
목숨과
risks every day to save as many of our soldiers and civilians as possible.
우리
And
군인들,
today, I will have the honor to be received by His Majesty the King. It will be a truly special moment for me, for our country. And in particular, because I will convey to him from all the Ukrainians the words of gratitude for the support His Majesty showed to them when he was still the Prince of Wales. And I also intend to tell him something that is, I think that is very, very, very important, not only for the future of Ukraine, but also for the future of Europe. In Britain, the king is an Air Force pilot. And in Ukraine today, every Air Force pilot is a king. For us, just for us, for our families. Because they are so few, they are so precious that we, the servants of our kings, do everything possible and impossible to make the world provide us with modern planes to empower and protect pilots who will be protecting us. And I'm proud of our Air Force.
비행기 조종사들,
And I brought a present
공군력이
from them
필요합니다.
to you, Great Britain. Yes, please, open this. Yes. Yes. To the speaker. Mr. Speaker. I will, and I will explain. It's the helmet of a real Ukrainian pilot. He is one of our most successful aces, and he's one of our kings. And
우리
the writing on
왕들
the
중에
helmet
하나의
reads,
용감한 우크라이나
give us
파일럿의
wings
사인이
to
들어간
protect.
헬멧입니다. 우크라이나 용감한 파일럿 사인이 들어간 헬멧을 선물합니다.
I trust this symbol will help us for our next coalition of the plains, and I appeal to you and the world with simple and yet most important words. Combat aircraft to Ukraine, wings for freedom. Great Britain, you and us both struggle for peace, but instead we are forced to face the range that seeks to deprive us of peace and everything else that is valuable in life. Unfortunately, it is in human nature to allow evil mature. It then stands up against humanity. It then destroys and kills. It launches aggressions and breaks people's lives. You and us have already fought together against such evil. You and us already have the experience of defeating the evil that is generated by human nature. I'm not saying there will be no more wars after the war ends. No. It is impossible to completely erase evil from human nature. Yet it is in our power to guarantee with words and deeds that the light side of human nature will prevail. The side you and us share. And this stands above anything else. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your support and living British Parliament. 2
여러분의
years ago, I
러시아를
thanked
대한 제재 조치와 여러분의 지원에 감사드립니다. 감사드립니다. 감사드립니다.
And I will be leaving the Parliament today, thanking all of you in advance
국회
for powerful
모든 여러분에게
English
감사드립니다.
planes. By the way, it's almost 5 o'clock. God bless Great Britain and long live the King. Slava Ukraini.
젤렌스키의 연설문이 마쳤습니다.
Thank you, Mr. President, for being with us today and for the powerful address that you have just given.
제 의회 의장단 중에 다른 분이 젤렌스키의 연설에 대해서 답변 감사 인사를 하고 있습니다.
Mr. President, this great hall in which we stand, with its walls first built more than 900 years ago, has seen many speeches from great and iconic leaders. Today's event will weave a new panel in that rich tapestry of history. Thank you. Westminster Hall is at the core of the national life of our country and has played a prominent role in the development of our judicial system and our parliamentary democracy. But the story of this hall is also a tale of resilience and of remaining steadfast in the face of disaster. While fire raged around this site in 1834, destroying our old Parliament, Westminster Hall stood proud. When during the Second World War, bombs rained on London, Westminster Hall remained largely undamaged, stoic in the face of great peril. This hall reminds us that in the face of challenge and conflict, symbols of our national identity and sovereignty will endure, giving powerful and visible hope to our peoples during times of tribulation. In the same way, the endurance of your government and its institutions in the midst of a colossal threat to Ukraine continues to inspire your population and millions more beyond your borders. This endurance